We are finally on the last part of the Jela interview. Thank God for small favors, child.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you. On you, on you. Want you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
Dolly, that body looks bad.
Finally made it after this long ass ride. So we pull up to the house in St. Louis, and I'm like, oh.
So we pull up to the house in St. Louis. I think I finally got her accents here.
That's worth the whole fucking cast.
Summer's unpredictable.
Bam.
Why I feel like she just wait, what was she doing? Did she just come from using the bathroom? I know she did not just come from taking a shit with a plate.
Well, I'm about to go to my room, eat my cornstarch. Anybody want some?
No.
Tinker, I know you are not one of those weirdos that do that. I want to say special ed, child, but speaking of ed, it might be the lead. Y'all used to lick the windows of the bus going to school? Because that's what it's giving.
She had so many doors, I had to give them their own house in the woods.
I wouldn't be going.
This
Not the
dog
door house.
is named
You can't read the
and
door.
Mildred talk.
Okay.
I just got sprayed in the face.
Not the
Oh my God, this mission is.
We really do need a day where we just talk about topics. Maybe like
And that's
Topic
what I said.
Tuesday.
And that's what I
Right.
said.
Because the one about squirting, I have questions.
And I have answers.
And they're only like half paying attention while
Expert.
they're
Girl, boo-hoo. Nanny.
I should have probably taken the cab.
Okay, ladies.
As you
Now
notice,
let's
I'm
get
not there.
information. Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
But wait a minute. There's a special person on my list.
Look at Whitney.
Andy Cohen. Your notes meant the world to me. They were on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Karen really said, baby, if you want to have it your way, go to BK, Wendy. Go to Burger King, girl.
Always on time.
How you doing, RuPaul?
Now, Gilbert, you are a very funny man. Have you always been funny?
Alicia. I mean, I definitely understand committing to the character, but like, did she just start hormones yesterday? Where she put her titties? Girl, that is not a chest plate. Stop laughing. You transphobic.
I'm a T-girl from the past life.
Up next, she puts the sass in Sasquatch. It's
Tell me that's not Karen Hugo. Tell me that's not Karen Hugo.
Play the video.
Miss Big Feet. What the did you just?
That's Karen Hugo.
Noel. Ooh,
Alicia.
Aubrey. Ooh, Aubrey, you're going to hell.
The Thomas Concubine video.
Sasquatch is a very offensive term to me.
Is
You
it?
must
That's
know.
all I'm gonna
Now,
see
I see
now.
that
I ain't
your
even gonna see
nail
the character.
About last night?
Yes, about last night. No, we're going to talk about reproduction. Tell us about last night.
Well, how did Letitia get into this? Well, Letitia is in this conversation, so I guess we are talking about reproduction. Oh, okay. Why y'all ain't tell me Natalie Nunn was going to be on Married to Mess? Child. So they just getting everybody from Zeus Network. Remember the season when Jocelyn was up here reading Toya? His wife is broad. She is built like Ivory, girl. What is going on, y'all? It's got Santana, aka Chi. And child, we got to get into this last part of Jela's interview. Okay, we got to get into this last part and let's see what she says. Okay, yeah, I know that the Baddies Summer Girl Midwest reunion part 2 is airing tonight, and so Jela is going to get into some of the tea from the reunion. So while we still waiting on a reunion, I said, let me just go ahead and finish this interview. So, like the video so we can do just that.
The universe is P double T to the Y, and it won't stop till I wake up and realize that I am the 1, 2, 3. I am the bitch that these other niggas ain't. How you gonna escape when I am the key? That's why everywhere I go, they say following me like damn. Get back on track, look at who I am. Every day is numbered in this life span. Look in the mirror, tell myself again. Self-love and happiness is all about I got swing. Happy, doing what I please. Trying to do what I need. Whatever it takes to be free. I wanna be happy.
All right. Shout out to Wesley again. I will be stopping and playing and pausing and all of that because this is my channel. But if you would like to see the video in its entirety, please go over to youtube.com/aconnectiontv, where we adopt a similar connection despite our differences. Shout out to motherfucking Wesley. Okay, go over there and support him. At least we know he monetized, girl.
There's so much more to come.
And I never had no real issue with her. And we even talked about that. Like, I didn't fight her at the reunion. Like, we could have, but we didn't, because it didn't give that. And we had a whole conversation about what led up to that altercation between us in the club. And respectfully speaking, like, I really don't have no issue with Dolly. Like, I know that she's friends with Summer, and I know that she's friends with Lex, and I know that eventually their trio is going to fall apart.
So some of these clips we already done seen, but I'm gonna let it play.
Or it might not, but I feel like Diamond, no, excuse me. I feel like what's her name? Dolly. I feel like Dolly is a grown woman. She's in her 30s, like me. She's level-headed. She's fly. She's
a
put
grown
together
woman with kids.
I don't know if she got kids.
No, I mean on the show. Lex and some those are kids.
Right. And so I feel like I don't really have no
Dolly give me
malice.
Dolly give me she cool as hell. I think she just, I'm not gonna say she caught up, but she's in the TV world and she's having to make sense of it all in the mix of all of that.
She's just doing her job. I feel like she's a bitch that's just doing her job right now. But like for instance, like with she just doing her job. Never mind.
We never finished the answer to the 2-part question though. About we got the boxing ring out of it, but there's a hate train with you. And in this moment, you have an emotion, you cry about the comments. How realistically, because I feel like this interview is going to be all over the place with a lot of the comments. Even right now, you posted the clip on Instagram and it's going crazy. A lot of the people are saying, yay. Some people are saying she ain't going to say shit. Some people are talking about, all types of, it's an interesting bag in a mix. Do you feel that there's a hate train? What's that?
Okay.
This, like at an angle, I thought my other who I was. So Natalie wants to turn it up. And so, that's my best sneak her. I walked up to her in the club and I said, you feel me?
Okay.
And so play Nuck If You Buck. Like everybody from the South already know.
Okay, so we're picking up where the last video that I did left off. The last video I did on Jela, where basically she admitted that she went up to Natalie, and Natalie and Scotty helped her start this little beef with Bad Dolly in the club. So Jayla couldn't really be mad at anybody for why she got jumped because she started all of this. She provoked the situation.
It was like in the clip, you see me kind of like in the back a little bit and then come to the, just like because Lex and Summer have on heels, Dolly has on sneakers. She kicked me. She's right. She kicked me. And so I'm like, okay, I got a trick for that ass. And so, Natalie is doing her Natalie is doing like her Natalie thing, trying to turn it up. We're in Hawaii. It's time to go home, guys. Like, let's turn it up. So Natalie wants to turn it up. And so, that's my best friend. We be on bullshit. We was on bullshit that night. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth and I'm gonna shame the devil. Me and Natalie, we was on bullshit that night. And after that bitch kicked Scotty, I told Natalie to play Nuck If You Buck, so we could really see what type of timing it was on. So that's why you see me. So what happened was like in the clip, you see me kind of like in the back a little bit and then come to the front once it's like the little The only reason I was back there is because I walked back there to tell Natalie to play Knuck If You Buck. Once Knuck If You Buck came on, I walked to the front and now I got the microphone in my hand and we knucking and bucking. Crying my business hoe, whatever this song, however the song go. I'm a gat tone piss open. Whatever. Thank y'all. Negro spiritual since the 8th grade. I'm from Atlanta. I love y'all. Cry my show. But I told Natalie, I said, play Knuck If You Buck. Like everybody from the South already know. Like if you got pressure with anybody, and
baby, that song on, it's over.
If you got pressure with anybody and they play Knuck If You Buck, you already know what time it is. Ain't no talking. It's time to fight. Cause you knucking and bucking. You knucking if you buck, bitch.
Exactly.
And so Dolly was bumping me a little bit. And so I was kind of like letting her do it. Like, I'm gonna let you do just enough so that when I wow the fuck out, it's justified. I'm one of them, like, I'm gonna let you do just enough.
So you giving me this was calculated. Or you just wanted to see what type of what pressure
I wanted to see what type of time she was on because she kicked Scotty.
Got you.
And so after you kick my bitch and your two friends is over there and you kind of trying to be by us, I want to see what you really own for real because it's giving you want that, but you're not really saying you need that. But I got that for you.
Got you.
You feel me?
Okay.
And so when it came down to it, it was like.
So instigating, provoking.
It was like she kicked Scotty. And Scotty told me she kicked me. And then we was going back and forth. She was really trying to be seen. And you're not finna be seen on my accord. So we going back and forth. And then her and Scotty had their little interaction. And then Dolly goes over and tells Natalie, you better get your bald head ass friend.
If you dunk Michelle, you badunk your way back into the competition.
Badunk.
Let me make sure it's still okay.
RuPaul's Drag Race is back.
Add the sound effects. Babe, let me explain something to you. Let me be abundantly clear, just in case we ever skipped over anything or missed anything. Please understand, where you pitch the tent is where we will always have the circus.
I love when a nigga pitch a tent. What? Are you kidding me? That is my favorite thing to witness.
Know that. If you ever show out anywhere, I'm going to act the up right with you right then and there. That's what we're going to give the people the show. Hence, meaning where you.
Okay, this is all cute or whatever, but Jela, you provoked that girl. So what are you saying? What are you saying? If she is a goddamn clown, then you are the ringmaster or the lead master, whatever the hell they call it, child. Like, you talking about putting on a show, girl, you wrote it. You wrote it. Like, you are the director and the producer. Like, how you mad at her because she's an actor doing her job? Okay, you told her it was showtime and she said, okay, bet. The fuck?
You pitched the tent. This is where we're gonna have the circus. That bitch wanted to show out in that club. She told my friend, you better get your bald head ass friend. No, bitch, you get me. And for people to say like, oh, I snuck Dolly, I did not sneak her.
It was still your fault though, Jayla. Like how you sitting here with full conviction, like trying to shift blame. This was your fault. Had you not played that song and had you not been on one and had Scotty not ever came to you and lied, like, come on, because we're not going to just overlook Scotty and Anna jumping Summer. So even if Dolly had kicked her, oh well. Oh well. This had nothing to do with you and you decided to involve yourself and you decided to get in the middle of their beef and look what happened. You were wrong, Jela.
Walked up to her in the club and I said, did you tell Natalie she better get her bald head?
What the conversation was, y'all was yelling at each other. We didn't hear nothing.
I walked up to her and I said, did you tell Natalie she better get her bald head ass friend? And you can see in the clip from this vantage point where she said, yes, I did. And before she could get yes, I did out, I was piecing her the up because bitch, I don't give a who you are.
You just wanted a moment. That's all you wanted. You just wanted a moment.
Are. Don't you ever feel comfortable enough to breathe the same air as me and tell the next hoe to get me? Because if you wanted the next, why are you telling another hoe to get me? Bitch, you get me. And because you thought that she was sweet and we in this mother club and you think you finna be cute, you get me, bitch.
Now, Big Lex said you didn't get jumped. Did you get jumped?
I did. Because when I pieced up Dolly, Lex grabbed me from behind. Now, I can say this. Lex did not hit me from behind. She grabbed me to like kind of like get me off of Dolly, but Summer ran up and Summer hit me. So that's why they was like, oh, Jayla, you got jumped in the club because Lex had my arms and was kind of like trying to like get me, like tackle me down to the ground from the back like this. And and Summer came up and hit me or was trying to hit me, whatever it was, like as as everything was happening, because we kind of like fell off the stage, like as that was whatever. It was a lot going on.
It was a lot.
It was like so it was kind of like they tried to, but it wasn't like I was standing head.
Full on jump.
It wasn't like I was standing head up and I was going toe to toe with 3 bitches, because it's just not going down like that. But yeah, like
why not?
She had to try to like sneak her little ones and twos in.
Do you think anybody helped you in that instance? It seemed like Tinka did.
Yeah, Tinka did.
Okay. And it seemed like Ivory was in the mix?
It seemed like Ivory was a little bit in the mix, because it was like Ivory kind of like had grabbed me a little bit or like whatever. But I felt like she kind of like hit somebody too. I don't know. I got to go back and watch the clip.
Yeah, because it seemed like your reaction was like, bitch.
Like, let me go. Like, because I wanted to keep fighting. Like, because at that point, it's like, I'm on that. You know, like my adrenaline was rushing.
The fight with you and Big Lex.
Mm-hmm.
People are happy that she fought you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think there's so much hate for you online? We kind of touched upon that.
Oh, yeah, the hate train thing.
Do you feel that at any point Lex had a valid reason? We talked about that. I would say no. Where do you stand with her? Because we hear that she bit your nose at the reunion.
Can you see it? You can see it.
Did we hear what Jela did back to her? Because that was a response. Jela bit her first.
Skin, but it looks like you know how people have like a nose ring and they get like pulled out. That's all it really looks like. But she got big teeth. She got a big mouth. It's real wide. She got big man teeth. So
yes, I
big
see it.
woolly mammoth teeth.
Yes,
went into the side of my nostril.
But she said I
bit her first. And I'm gonna tell you why I bit her. I did bite her first, and I bite that bitch again and again and again.
Okay, but when Grace did it, it was a problem. And you wanted to sit and have a whole monologue, a whole soliloquy. Oh, my nose. And, you know, I make money with my face and I'm pretty and black don't crack. And Okay, Jela. Bring Gretch back.
In a motherfucking end. And the reason why, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when I fight people, I'm a very fair fighter. I don't fight people to hurt them. I don't fight people to try to like, I don't fight people really with malice in my heart. If you see, like you said, on the internet, excuse me, like Mona said that when I fight people, I be hugging them.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if I want to go blow to blow with a person, I can go blow to blow with you. But I feel like when I be doing that, it's kind of like, all right, bitch, let's just get it over with. Like, because I don't have no real issue with you for real. What are we fighting for? Make it good for TV, but let this shit go for real. Like, stop. Because what is it? Why don't you like me? Or why don't I like you? Like,
did you hug
don't
this broad at the reunion?
Who?
Girl, I'm asking you. Big Lex, did you hug?
La Cienega?
Did you hug her at the reunion? Let me tell you something now.
We was fighting down. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. Let me tell you something. We was fighting down.
So you telling me yes, you hugged this?
Okay, but who won? Who won? Because we know it was Lex. We know it was Lex.
Broad again.
I might have. I don't remember because it was like going on. I remember fighting, but I remember we fell to the ground.
She didn't drop you.
It wasn't like a drop, but we did. So she do this thing when she fight where she like
clip the leg.
Shoot the we call it shoot the cag.
Okay.
But and she did it.
At the reunion.
She did it when we fought at the luau.
I saw
and
that
I feel like she did it when we fought at the reunion. She did, actually, because we fell when we were fighting, but I think that was the cause of it. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But the question was about the bite.
Yes.
So the reason I bit her.
Not you trying to get specific now. Oh, now you remember questions? Now you're not going to take it to Pluto? Girl, let's keep digging into how you got your ass whooped. How you got that ass dropped.
Is because I never had no issue with you. And you wanted to get on TV.
So that's why you bit her?
And the internet and act like you had such an issue with me behind Gretchen, a non-Black woman, saying the word nigga. And you felt like I bullied her. And you made that your driving force the whole season. When every time the cameras weren't on, you was cool with me and you wanted to like me and, you know, there was no issues.
Right.
But then when the cameras came on, you felt like you had something to prove or like a chip on your shoulder or like whatever it was. And you went so hard behind a non-Black woman saying the word nigga and she beat me. And you felt like that was the person that you wanted to come in and you wanted to defend. And because you wanted to come in and defend the bitch that bit me and I ain't have no issues with you. And even when we got to the reunion and I still didn't want to fight you and you still pressed it, I fought you and I bit you because now you need to know what it feels like. Now you need to know what it feels like to be bit by a bitch that you ain't got no issues with or whatever the case may be because you're doing some shit on a humbug. So now you can feel just as enraged as I feel and she feels because I be great.
I have nothing to say on this topic. Like I'm Gretchened out.
at the reunion too. I tried to bite that bitch's finger off, and I'll do it again and again.
Is that why her
Now
hand was
we
in your
admitting that? Now we admitting that? Because I thought last season you okay.
Her finger, okay, so we fought, and so I bit her hand. Her hand got close enough to my face, and when I grabbed her finger, like her finger was like this, like whatever it was, and when I grabbed it like this, I had veneers. Well, what it is I have veneers in my mouth, and so I had to get implants in 3 places. And so before you get your implants, you have to get screws put in your jaw. And I had flippers on top of that kind of like covered it, so it's not like just like a hole with a missing tooth, like like a hole right there. And so when me and her fought, when I bit her like this, my flipper came out. So it wasn't like she hit me in the mouth and my tooth came out, because it never gave that. My flipper from where I was having dental work done came out. That was all it was. But I let the internet, of course, always run with whatever stories that they're comfortable with or whatever makes them, feel good at the end of the night and the beginning of the day.
We wrapping up. We are wrapping up. Tristan, thank you for being here.
We didn't get 50 questions in?
No, we not. No, we not. Wesley, stop lying. It's an hour left.
We had 46. Okay. Who was your favorite new baddie from this season?
Wait, we is not at question 46. These last 4 questions about to take a fucking hour. Jela.
Top 3 and why? Out of the newbies.
The newbies? My number 1 favorite newbie was Jasmine Renee, because in my opinion, she exudes bad bitch.
I agree.
And it does not come down to your fighting skills or your ability to defend yourself. She is unapologetically her. She stands up for herself. She speaks up for herself. She knows how to advocate for herself. And if anybody's doing something that she don't like, she checks it. She also physically defends herself. And she's just a bad bitch. You seen them clothes that she was wearing?
She's always fly.
Did you see the wigs?
Always fly.
Did you see it?
Always fly. Baddie
she is fly. The second person that I really liked is Pretty P.
I love her too.
I love Pretty P, and I did not get a chance to really just get super duper close with Pretty P this season. But whenever I had a chance, I always gave her flowers, because she is a girl that's not afraid to get out into the paint, and she's a one-man show. She's not looking to have an alliance with this person or have an alliance with that person. She was a girl when we filmed, she stood on her own 10. And if she fuck with you, she fuck with you, but she wasn't jumping in this person's fight because you got an issue with them and that's who she cool with, or she wasn't, like me and Natalie, she wasn't mad at her friend because her friend didn't jump in her fight or her friend didn't have her back or whatever. She did her own shit. She came into the show by herself. She held her own and she did what she was supposed to do. So I like her. That's a bad bitch to me. That's a baddie to me. Like
the third girl, third newbie.
Right. You gonna say Ivory?
I would say Ivory.
Right.
I like Ivory because I feel like I understand her a little bit. Even though like I don't really know her like that, just based off of the few interactions that we had like off camera, like on our off days, she's a sweet girl. And I feel like she's very misunderstood. And I feel like Ivory kind of probably like had to live like a hard life. And I feel like people judge her a lot, or people don't really take the chance out to really get to know her, but she's cool as fuck. And I like her. Like, I feel like them was the 3 girls that I kind of like paid attention to the most, outside of the girls that I was like into it with.
Them 3 is it for me.
Them was the 3 that I felt like did real good. And even within the Gross sisters, Dolly is the Gross sister that I liked the most.
Yeah, Dolly is the standout.
She is.
Why aren't you going to Africa?
I'm not going to Africa, number 1, because I do not want to get vaccinated.
Okay.
You have to get vaccinated to go to South Africa. There's like a yellow fever vaccine or something that you got to get.
Girl.
And when I went to Nigeria and when I went to Ghana, I ain't have to do that. Like when you know people in high places, or when you know people with.
So where was those same people now? Jela, get the fuck out of my face. Get out my face. Get out my face. Okay, girl. Okay, if that's the excuse she want to go with. Okay, Jela. Okay, Jela.
A little bit of coin. You ain't got to do certain things. They just, take care of it for you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And so I did not, honestly, I'm an anti-vaxxer, like, and I stand proudly and firm on that. I did not want to have to get the jab in order to do that. But also outside of that, I've been to Africa more than once, and I didn't want to do that. Like, because I do care about what people think about me. I would be lying if I said that I didn't. And I just can't do that one. Like for me, it was like, as a person
here she goes. She about to make up a lie. Or she might actually feel this way because the logic of people I just don't fucking understand. So y'all could go to Puerto Rico and tear shit up. Y'all could go to New York and tear shit up. It's okay to go to my hometown, tear shit up. But when we get to Africa now, all of a sudden everybody's so, oh, the ancestors are even the way that y'all think about ancestors, there's a whole tangent I could go off on about that. Because some of y'all need to be careful who you praying to, because are you 100% sure that the person that you praying to, the ancestors that you keep referencing, how you know they would have even liked you? They could have hung some of y'all, set you out the fire. I'm gonna leave it at that. And please, nobody in the back try to twist my words. If I didn't say it, it wasn't said. Okay. What I'm saying is that people do this whole performative thing when it comes to blackness, and that's another thing, trying to gatekeep spirituality or gatekeep ancestors. We all have ancestors, but because of the troubles and whatnot that Black Americans have gone through, a lot of people just assume or tie ancestors to Black people, but we all have. But my point is that a lot of it is performative. And being that it's performative, people don't really know what they be doing or knowing what they saying. They just see other people do it or say it, and then they go ahead and do it or say it, which is why I bring up, how do you know that your ancestors would have even liked you? Some of y'all are walking rainbow flags. You think your ancestor would have liked that? Like, girl, you're like, do you understand why I said like where it could go? Okay, like, okay, like, come on, some of the decisions that people be making in 2025. You think your ancestors would have loved that, girl? But let's bring it back to Lions King, because that could be a whole other conversation, a whole other video that'll be fleshed out with my thoughts so people don't get it confused. Like I said, it's very performative, and so I don't give a fuck. Go over there and tear Africa the fuck up. Go over to Nigeria, tear it the fuck up. Ain't no place off limits. And y'all gotta stop with this shit. Stop. Cut it out. Because again, like I said, it's okay to go to Puerto Rico and fuck shit up. It's okay to go to Jamaica and fuck shit up. It's okay to go to South Central and fuck shit up. It's okay to go to New York and fuck shit up. But then when it get to Africa, now we want to sit and act fake woke and oh my God, my ancestors, and oh my God, that we in the motherland. Girl. That's exactly why I've been calling it Baddies Lion King. And it's not a slight to Africa at all. It's no disrespect to Africa, the place. It's disrespect to the production. It's disrespect to the fans and the fake morals. So please don't get it confused at all. I am not disrespecting Africa. I'm disrespecting Zeus. I'm disrespecting Zeus watchers, because it's the fake morals, the fake code of ethics, the fake wokeness. It's performative. And that's why I'm calling this next season Baddies Lion King, because that's exactly what the fuck it is. It's a Broadway show. It's a production.
Africa.
Even down to how they about to edit this shit. You could go back to the auditions and look and see, oh, we now all of a sudden we're all dressed in cheetah and zebra and animal print. Bitch, what? I've been rocking cheetah since I was a little kid, because I was always obsessed with the cheetah girls and the fact that cheetahs are the fiercest and the fastest in the jungle. I've always looked at myself as that, because cheetahs are my spirit animal. And then aside from that, I'm from Jersey. We're gaudy. So it's like there's real reasons other than like, oh, to be stylish or no. But I mean, I guess, listen, like I said, like equal opportunity offender, I guess. So it's like, if people could go to Puerto Rico and or Mexico and want to eat tacos and want to wave a flag, then I guess you could go to Africa and do the same thing. I don't know. I'm just saying, like that's how I'm looking at it. When I think of Baddies Lion King, I think of it as this is just where the fuck shit is taking place this season. I'm not tying spirituality and culture. It's not that deep for me. And Jela, you're not about to make it deep. The fans not about to make it deep. No, I'm looking at this as the same as like Black people showing up to the Puerto Rican Day Festival in New York. Everybody Puerto Rican that day. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like gay pride. Everybody gay that day. Everybody showing up and getting nutcrackers. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of them things. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
That's what I think.
As a person from African descent, like my family is Cape Verdean. We're West African.
Oh God.
Okay. And even
but notice how all that shit goes out the window while you here on American soil. But once you back over there, or just a thought of going back over there, now all of a sudden you realize what it is you actually supposed to be doing with your life, and it ain't that. God, I get so tired of the performative shit. I really do.
Side of that.
Why can't nobody be real in 2025? What is like, why can't anybody be real? And then it's the fact that it's like, just like how I'm spending 10 minutes going in on this, it's people that will literally like drink the Kool-Aid and buy into all of this and be like, see, this is why I love Jela. She's so intelligent. She's so respectful. And it has nothing to do with Jela. It's the conversation that I have a problem with, because it's fake. It's rooted in an illusion. And I don't like that. Anything that is rooted in an illusion will always trigger the fuck out of me. And it will cause me to say some things that might be deemed controversial to other people who are still stuck in that level of programming, because I'm challenging your level of thought. I'm challenging the status quo, because I've stepped outside the matrix and I'm looking in back on y'all and I'm like, this makes no sense. And y'all are literally upholding a fucking illusion. It's literally like you're upholding Casper. Like, what are you praising?
Twice. And just seeing how the people there live and operate and how peaceful they are. And I know it'd be some bullshit going on, but when outsiders come, or when outsiders go to Africa, they go to Africa to find peace or clarity, or like pick up pieces of their soul that is missing, or, you know, like whatever it is, or just to really embark on a beautiful journey and like see what God has to offer in a beautiful place that we always heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be that. I did not want to go to Africa and fight. And be in an environment where people is like,
okay, you don't want to go to Africa and fight, but yet you probably label yourself as African American and you on American soil, you fighting. Just like that, sink and sit in for a second. You don't want to go to Africa and fight as an American, but yet you're in America labeling yourself as an African American and fighting on American soil. Okay. We could really take this video somewhere else, because the way that people try to act like they didn't understand what Raven was saying, and then now that Raven has come out in 2025, like 10 years later, and clarified it, and it makes complete sense what she was trying to say the first time. Because it could be a whole conversation about how, like, I mean, if you first generation, if you fresh off the boat, that's one thing. But like a lot of us, like, we're American. We're American. We're Black, but we're Black American. So again, that the performativeness of it all, the performativeness, again, it's the social programming. It's what you've been taught. Like, even with, I don't really want to take it there, but this is not the video for it. I mean, it could be, but I don't feel like stressing myself out.
Like, Jela is really not who y'all think she is. She's supposed to be all this spiritual la 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 la. And now y'all see this bitch in Africa doing all of this. She can't, like, I can't deal with that. Like, they already be tearing me up on
social. Even that I don't like. Can y'all stop doing that dumb shit? And it's only Black people that do it. Like, can y'all stop? We don't own spirituality. You cannot take spirituality and make it about race. And I hate when people do that. I see people do that shit on TikTok all the time, and it's so half-assed and so backwards. Black people do not own spirituality. We do not own the term ancestors. We do not own having praising a God. We do not own spirituality. Like, cut it out. Because everything that you're saying, Jela, it's implying like, oh, I'm going back to Africa to connect to my roots, and that's how, you know, God is in Africa. And listen, that's a whole other conversation as well. That's a whole other conversation. But then we would have to get into how North America is really part of Africa and what's going, you know, secret passages. And that we're not going to take it all over the place, because that conspiracy theory, it would go somewhere else. My point is, it's just, I just wish people would just shut up. Just shut up. Just keep it surface. Just keep it surface, because all of this fake deep shit, and then you have groups of people that, because people do it all the time. They hear one person say something, and the next thing you know, everybody is repeating it as group thought. And it's like, you just made that shit up. And then everybody's repeating it. Like it's the gospel. Like it's the truth. Hard fact truth. And it's not. Jela, let's just move on from this point, because you sound stupid. You sound stupid.
Social media enough, and that'd be enough for me. Like to go to Africa and act a whole mother.
As soon as I saw the Africa trailer or clip, I was like, "Oh Lord, this about to be a shit show." We're gonna lighten up the mood towards the tail end. I have some closeout questions, but I want to lighten up the mood. I want to know what comes to mind when you see this photo. Okay.
Okay, Lord. Can I get a little
water?
Give me some more liquor. I drink like my daddy.
Yeah. I want you to give me one sentence, one full sentence that comes to mind when you see whoever you see. And don't cop no plea now. Don't cop no plea.
Okay, I don't have to be politically correct. I'll give you a little bit of...
Give me a little sentence. Give me one sentence. Just one sentence.
Oh!
Now she had to sit first.
Because I was waiting for that. Even if my name was Natalie, now you still couldn't take me.
Hey.
Gra gra boom.
Unfortunately. Fired.
This is my bitch Scotty, and she runs the South.
Yeah.
Scotty. Big Lexus was next. Oh God. Teddy. Teddy.
What comes to mind now? You're thinking way too hard.
I just be thinking about her and Teddy.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Line that shit up, pal.
Diamond's crazy. Diamond's fucking it. When I see this of Diamond, I just can like see her like running up Pretty P and hitting her in like that first. You know what I'm talking about? That's what, when I see this, that's all I think about.
Girl.
They not like us. They not like us.
Hey. Do you think he's attractive in this photo?
Not to me personally. I think that he is a good looking man for someone that is attracted to him, but
and somebody that's short, because Kendrick Lamar is like 4'5", child.
For me, but you know what? He's cool as fuck. You know, I actually met him before.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So before I was on TV, I'm for real. He cool as him and his whole team. Them some cool ass because I people.
Okay.
So when I was just literally like a girl, and I was in my 20s, I used to be a leasing agent. And so and I used to always listen to Pandora. And this is when his album came out, like Mad City, Good Kid, or like whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to always listen to that album every single day at work, like on Pandora, or like I had like his Pandora station. So like his songs used to always come on. And so like I learned like the lyrics to a lot of his songs. And he ended up coming to Houston for a concert. And I was like in the front row. I was like standing up. I was singing all the lyrics and like just into it because it's music that heavy. And so like one of like his managers or whoever, they end up coming and getting me like from the audience, like, oh, you so lit, like, you know, whatever. And I end up going like backstage with them and like hanging out with them. And that was just so cool. Like,
okay.
But yeah, I Kendrick. I like Pretty P. She a bitch that stand on her own. Okay. She on her own 10. She don't need nobody to rock with her. And that's why I like her.
Okay.
Beyonce?
Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh! Right, because I thought this was Hottie from Flavor of Love too. Girl. That do look like Hottie from Flavor of Love. Beyonce.
You know who I thought this was at first? Do you remember from Flavor Flav, the girl that said, Beyonce, I look like Beyonce? Tell me she don't look like her right there.
It do.
Lord, you did not know who that was.
I did not know that was Jasmine Sullivan at first. But
I understand. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Tell me she don't look.
I can see.
Don't you move.
I can see what you're saying.
But tell me.
But you know that's
wait. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of.
Now, we ain't just talking about baddies now. Throwing a little bit of everything in here.
And that's what we're going to have to end this video because, girl, we can't.
Years later, my sister decided out or, you know, tell their business. And that's the only thing that I can't vibe with when it comes to her, because I've had moments with her and like we did share not really like deep intimate shit, but you just sit down and you have conversations with people. It's like, I want to like her. I don't have nothing against her, but it's like, damn, bitch. I wanted to like her too, but she's weird. I think she want to eat my coochie. Everybody on the internet.
Listen, Mona said this on the thing.
Everybody on the internet said that this girl has like a gay lesbian obsession with me. My younger sister, let me say this. My younger sister actually transitioned and then de-transitioned. My sister went from female to male. My sister was a stud and she played basketball and all of that. Typical stud shit, you know, be gay, play basketball, whatever. And my sister was a gay girl that played basketball, and then she was a stud. And then when we was in college, my sister decided to transition from female to male. And then years later, my sister decided to de-transition from male back to female to her original gender assigned at birth. And so in the process of that, I've learned a lot about the gay community and, you know, treating people how I want to be treated, or just having compassion for others, or, you know, not being very judgy because you don't really know, whatever. Like, I've learned a lot. And so I feel like with girls like her, she's just a hating ass bitch. I don't really have too much to say about her, because you ain't have no reason to come into this mother show and act like you don't like me, ho, when really, you know, you wanted to be my friend and you let them producers to get in your mother head, and now you outside looking like a weak ass bitch. These is my bitches from the beginning to the end. Are you
sure? They don't like you, Jela.
I came on to reality TV with them, and I went through some real shit with them. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times the twins catch flack, or people try to talk about them, or they're very misunderstood. But
I mean, look at them. Look at them.
But one thing I can say about them is they ain't never in no drama. They don't speak on other people. They don't involve themselves in nobody else's business, and they are authentically themselves, and they know their shit.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
They are degreed in this. They not just some bad bitches walking around with designer clothes on and labels. They went to the 2 best fashion schools and graduated in America while we were filming Bad Girls Club, might I add. I don't really have like an opinion on Valentina. It's like, she cool. I feel like me and her kind of like had words at one point in time. I don't really remember. It was kind of like a while ago. But did we? It was something happened between me and Valentina. I can't really remember what it was, but she's a pretty girl. And it was so long ago to where it's not even significant enough at this point, whatever the disagreement was. So I wish her the best. Same thing with Lucci. Erica was, I don't know if she's still friends with Jazz, but Jazz is a girl that was on my season that was a part of, you know, whatever. And they both from Chicago, and it was cool. And I remember when our season first aired, or like whatever, Erica called me a dirty tennis ball head girl, or, you know, like whatever, because my hair was short.
Okay.
And then years later, she cut all of her hair off and dyed it blonde.
Okay.
And so it's like, you made a joke about me being a bald-headed woman with blonde hair, and then years later, you went and did the exact same thing, which was always interesting. But I've seen her, you know, ain't no bad blood or whatever, but it's always funny to me. It's always funny to me. Okay, so for Jela, I'll say this. You wasn't wrong. You wasn't wrong for clocking the girl's teeth for saying nigga.
Oh, God.
And to sneak somebody's like, if you having a conversation with somebody, I think just and it was Natalie, Scott, more than one person, them, or
now look here.
Go back. I could say something nice.
Child.
Actually, you know what?
What are your thoughts about sneaking and jumping and the find the 2 for us? Sneaking. What is sneaking?
Sneaking is when someone isn't aware that you want to fight them and you hit them, or when let's just say, like, to sneak somebody's like, if you having a conversation with somebody, and let's say, and they look away and you hit them from the side. If you fight somebody and you hit them first and they are not looking at you dead on, to me, that's sneaking because they don't have a chance to properly defend themselves.
What is jumping?
Jumping is when multiple people, meaning more than one person, attacks a single person, or when multiple people outnumber the original group in question that the altercation involved.
How many people did you fight at the reunion?
I think only 2. Wait. I think just 2.
Do you wish you would have fought more? Is there somebody that you wanted to fight that you didn't? Yeah, I can't see you didn't really have no problems with nobody. Is it true that Diamond fought Natalie at the reunion? Do you think Diamond was justified in how she fought Natalie at the reunion?
No. I feel like because before that happened, like we was all standing backstage. And shit, Diamond was not in our original group. And this go back to like, you don't even know if the producers is really setting you up or not. Natalie, they set you up, bitch. Natalie, the producers, they set you up, and I'm gonna let you know why. Because boom. So we were standing backstage getting ready to go out for the reunion, right? And it was Natalie, Scotty, Anna, Tasiki, and me. That was the original group. It was the five of us who was supposed to be introduced and was supposed to go out first. And then the producers came and said, oh, you know, Rolly, Anna, and Biggie and Diamond are in a group together, and I guess like Biggie or Anna, I don't know, somebody wanted Tasiki. I guess they wanted Tasiki to go out with them because that's like their original like trio, like Anna, Biggie, and Tasiki. You know, that's like whatever, right? And so they switched out Tasiki and Diamond last minute before we was about to walk out. And so we were standing backstage before we walked out. We all
go out with girl
took a shot. And so if we all standing back there taking a shot, if you, Diamond, knew that you wanted to fight Natalie, if it was like for real pressure, you would have just swung on her without no cameras, even doing the whole little 1-2 ski. But because
and see, this is why this whole argument is null and void, because the whole point is to embarrass Natalie on camera. Because since Natalie keeps being determined to stay on camera instead of playing the background like a producer should, I'm going to now embarrass you on camera. Why am I going to embarrass you behind the scenes when you're the one who insists on being on camera and being seen? So I'm going to make sure that this ass whooping is seen since you insist on being seen. It's literally that simple, y'all.
Because you waited for the cameras, she literally waited and they introduced everybody. And as they introduced them, she ran up on her. She was wrong for that.
Who do you think won the fight between Taseki and Diamond?
Who?
I mean, Taseki and what's the girl named Dolly?
Taseki, for sure.
Are you saying that because you like Taseki? Because the audience is saying that it was a tie.
I feel like this. When it came to their fight, Taseki didn't just like whoop her ass disrespectfully like how I wanted her to. But it was a good fight. Ooh. I feel like Dolly held her own. She didn't just get her ass whooped. She can take a hit. The bitch can take a hit now. I ain't gonna take one from her. She can take a hit. But I still feel like she was kind of taking the hits, but she was taking, if that makes sense, like she was taking them. Like Taseki was piecing her up. But because I feel like she could take a hit, it wasn't like a,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like damsel in distress. It was like, okay, this bitch, she can take a hit and she can fight too. So it wasn't like, in my opinion, it wasn't like Taseki just dogged the out of her and just beat her ass to like oblivion. It wasn't like that. But do I feel like Taseki won? I feel like she won that fight. Like it wasn't like she just beat her ass. But if you had to quantify it, Taseki won for sure.
Did Rolly fight Natalie? And this, so I'm gonna put the interview up after the reunion is not this weekend.
Okay, good. Okay.
Is it this weekend? I don't know if it is. Did Rolly fight Diamond because Diamond fought Natalie or snuck Natalie?
Honestly, them bitches been into it for a long time. I don't know what the issue is. I couldn't even tell you. I'd be sitting here lying if I said A or B.
After Baddies is wrapped, do you feel like you've left your mark on Baddies? Do you feel like you did what you needed to do on Baddies?
I feel like I came and did what I needed to be done in the reality TV space.
Okay.
Not just on Baddies.
Okay.
Because when I did Bad Girls Club 10 years ago, talking about loving yourself as a Black person or wanting to marry a Black man because of whatever my reasons were, or, you know, being unapologetically Black wasn't cool 10 years ago. And I did that. And I did that because that's unapologetically who I am. And so when it comes to leaving my mark on a Bad Girls Club or a Baddies, like I don't go into any of these environments thinking, oh, I'm here to leave my mark. I come with genuine and pure energy, and I allow God to intercede from there. And it just so happens that real recognize real. And genuine energy is always reciprocated and appreciated. So when people see me, they reciprocate and they appreciate the authenticity that I come with. And so that's why I say, like, I'm not just leaving my stamp on a Baddies or a Bad Girls Club. It's the whole reality TV world, because I'm not afraid. Number one, I'm not afraid to get out there in the paint, and I'm not afraid to have hard conversations. It's a lot of shit that go on within our community that people be afraid to say or speak about that I brought to the forefront on TV.
What would you like to say to the fans and the supporters of you, of the brand, maybe people that don't understand you, maybe the people that understand you? What would you like to say? Look at your camera.
Oh, this one. For the people, I'm gonna start with the fans. I just want to tell my fans that I love y'all so much. And I thank y'all for riding with me, being there over these last 10 years and holding me accountable, because y'all know what I'm capable of and y'all see the greatness in me. And whenever I'm slacking or doing bullshit or whatever, y'all always like, Jela, you're better than this, or Jela, you can do this, or Jela, you can do that. So I want to thank my fans for, number one, like loving me and believing in me, even past what I could see at times, because I needed that. Like, y'all don't know how many times I got on the internet and read comments on Twitter. I love Twitter so much because I feel like that's where it's real.
Okay.
And so for me, I feel like when I get on Twitter and I'm in them comments, and I know I get a lot of hate on Twitter. There's a lot of people that don't like me on Twitter, and I'm okay with that because I need to see the good and the bad. I need to be able to see the good and the bad, or the things that people like and they dislike, because I feel like it's a good balance. But you know, I appreciate my Twitter family for sure, because y'all keep me in check. If I'm getting a little too big headed, or you know, like whatever the case may be, y'all will let me know. If I step outside of my body, like y'all be like, okay, Jela, bitch, like you cute and everything, but you really tripping a little bit. And I appreciate the chin check that y'all give me. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate having a fan base that don't mind saying, Jela, we love you, but you tripping right now in this moment. And that's what's needed, because I feel like a lot of people's fan bases don't do that. I feel like a lot of people's fan bases pacify them. And I'm appreciative for my fan base, because they're here and they're letting me know, like, Jela, we love you, we care about you, we're riding with you, we're supporting you, but we want to see you go and do bigger and better things. We want to see you elevate. And for me, when I see those types of things online, or when my fans are pouring into me, it feels good, because like I told you before, it's an energy, and all of them people saying the same thing, it can't do nothing but manifest, because everybody's on the same accord. One band, one sound.
So I have another paragraph I'm gonna read to you, and this is the outro. Okay. We have done, baby, this is about a 5.5 6 hour interview, baby. And first of all, thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you for having me.
I think that this was a great full circle moment, coming back from that beginning clip all the way to now. Congratulations on everything that you've accomplished. And yes, girl, we need to smoke one of these moments.
We do, because you live up the street.
Yeah, we need to smoke. But I want to read this just to make sure I get the last of my thoughts out. So I wrote, Jela Mina, I need to tell you this. I have covered BGC since season 4. I have interviewed damn near all of y'all, well, a lot of y'all from the original series. You are a queen, Jela. You stand 10 toes on your shit. You never duck smoke. You are actually pretty. You run your own business, face card on 10. And you know what I realized the other day is not one girl that came from you for you is prettier than you. It seems like bitches are mad when they come for you.
Oh, Wes, stop being a damn fan. Girl. Mona.
I was able to get the size in and the gradient together. And then we actually, like, once I approve it, then we put it into production.
Okay. Looking to that main camera. What can we expect from you in 2025 and beyond? But let's start with 2025 because we in here.
So guys, for 2025, right now I'm gearing up for Miami Swim Week. My fashion show is May 30th at the Mondrian in Miami on South Beach. Be there or be square. It's gonna go the fuck down.
I want to come.
You should definitely, yes, please come. My fashion shows it's some shit like you've never seen before. I don't know if you've seen my fashion show on YouTube.
The only thing I've seen is like a couple of the girls, like Sapphire.
I'm gonna show you that one. I'm gonna show you that one because it crashed the network. Their server last year. Oh my god. Yeah. So right now I'm working on my new collection for Normal Culture and Miami Swim Week. And outside of that, I just have a few entrepreneurial things that I'm doing. So I'm curating my skincare line, and I'm taking my time with it because I don't want to just give people something to say I'm selling them a product.
You talked about your hair product because you said your hair was making your hair grow.
And then, so that's another thing. And so I'm actively working on formulating good.
I'm not trusting a bald bitch. I'm sorry. Jela, now when it comes, listen, Normal Culture, I don't know about that. When it comes to the swimsuits, we see that, okay, you passionate about that. But when it comes to hair products, Jela, ain't nobody buying no hair products from a bald bitch. Girl.
Skincare products for people. But outside of that, like I'm in the process of growing my hair back out. And I created a line of hair care products. And I've been
grow it out first and then let us know about the products.
I'm working on these the whole time I lived in LA. Because like I grew my hair out before when I lived in LA. And then I ended up cutting it back off because I was going through postpartum. And I went through postpartum for 8 months after I had my miscarriage. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. And I kept losing a patch of my hair in the middle of my head. Like at the top, I kept like, no matter what happened, like I just kept losing. It was like scalps, like bald. And so I had to cut my hair back off. Like my hair was like here. And like I had to cut my hair back off because I was going through postpartum and I didn't know it. And I didn't really know how to deal with it. But saying to say, I created a hair care line of products to grow my hair back out. And like, so I have a friend that had traction alopecia since we were young. And one, like, you know how people have that thick dandruff like on their scalp? The product that I created alleviates that. That thick stuff that be on people's scalp. That
was that was what was on Summer hair when her wig came off, or was that just dirt?
That was just dirty and gunk. But you know, like people have like it's like a certain type of, like, I think like psoriasis, not for real.
Yeah.
No, but that like, so whatever, like I can't remember the textbook term for it, so I don't want to like say it, but that
I feel you.
The product that I created gets rid of that on your scalp, and it makes your hair grow. It helps like the follicles where you don't have hair growing, like from like traction alopecia or whatever. It makes it grow back in, and it also reduces like shedding.
Okay.
And it, of course, makes your hair grow. And everything is like, these are all natural products that you can like find in the grocery store.
That's what's up.
Or like in your local like farmer's market. There's no extra like additives or like chemicals or
nothing. But that's it. Shout out to J. Craig. Okay. Beyonce got Say Craig, and Jela Luther King, she got J. Craig. Are y'all gonna buy y'all some J. Craig when it drop? Girl, I'm not trusting no bald bitch for no hair products. No, let me see you do it first. Come back in 5 years. Let me see you do it first. Okay, you taste it first. You know, somebody trying to like get you to eat something. No, you try it first. Girl, you might be trying to poison us. Absolutely not. But yeah, let me know down in the comment box below if y'all plan on supporting Jela and her J. Craig line. And let me know what you thought about all of this, child. Thank God we done wrapped this up, so I ain't got to, no more clips, no more talking about it, because we done. The episode should be out on Zeus by now.
Catch it.